Assalamu alaikum guys. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for visiting my Goezi channel. So before wasting the time, today I will talk about Ielts speaking part 2. So let's just start with the video. So the topic is describe a place you visited where the air was polluted. The key points are given. I have to cover these points while speaking. So the key points are you should say where the place is when you visited, why the air was not good, and explain how you felt about that place. As you know, guys, pollution is everywhere nowadays. It is difficult to find no pollution areas in the India. So today I will talk about a place where I have visited in the last year, that is New Delhi. So last year I have completed my 10th examination. So we had decided to visit New Delhi to see some monuments there. So we have been there, and when we have reached New Delhi, so after that, we have been to a wonder park that was a waterfall park. So me and my friends were in there. So when we were doing such activities in our evening times, then we find everyone were facing a problem with the eye itching. So we were not noticing to each other. Then suddenly my eyes got red. Then when I saw my friend, he was also facing the same issue. Then we talked with the one guys that was his eyes was not red. So he said like these things is happening due to the pollution, because in the New Delhi it is much pollution here. So after that, we spread some water into the eye. Then we felt relaxed for that. After that, we have done a waterfalling in the New Delhi. After that, we have visited in the commercial side. Then we found the vast majority of the commercial side is it is located in the Gurugram or in the Noida sector. So probably it is happening due to that things. Apart from it, we have seen there was a much traffic was there. So the vans was polluting too much. So that could be cut it down. Then might be it will reduce the pollution. Apart from it was one thing that was very interesting. It was that was a green tree, because when wherever we were going, we were watching everywhere was a green trees, but that was not working because the green tea was also there. But the point was, whatever the pollution was producing, that was not in insufficient amounts. That was in the higher amounts. So that's why the peoples were facing stuffs. So when we have found that stuffs, that was the goods. So apart from it, we like that place in the sense of facility, like everything we were getting in the New Delhi, because that is the capital of New Delhi, capital of India. So everything we were getting there. So I like the overalls, but the some certain things that could be changed for the new generation, like the government should be produced, should be abundant to those vehicles who is much old, or they are not polluting the pollution, and it could be replaced with the electrical vehicle, so that could be helpful for the next generation. So I hope these things could be done with the government in upcoming years. So this is all about the part two. So now I will go with the part 3 question. So let's see. Follow up question. Is there more pollution now than in the past? I would say in the past year, in the past it was not polluted because of a less vehicles as the or a less commercial, because that time it was not developed. If I will talk about 10 years before or 5 years before, but now the workers or the companies have developed much, and the vehicles are have the more, so that is now it is polluting the more considered to the past time. Do you think okay, the second question is, in what ways can the air pollution be reduced effectively? As per my view, if we want to reduce air pollution, first we will build solar plants in each corner of the estates where the peoples can get the benefits of solar plants. Apart from it, we can replace with the new electrical vehicles. We have to remove the petroleum vehicles where it is producing a much amount of pollution. Apart from it, we have to build some kind of green plants where it is more convenience for the peoples or for the environment. So we have to build in each stage of of the corner, so the peoples can get benefits for those plants. Apart from it, there are some kinds of industrial where like a plastic industrial, it should be moved into the field side where it is not much people's living there, so that could be replaced with another location where it is located in the commercial side, so that could be replaced, so the peoples cannot get much pollution from that things. Sorry. Do you think the city is a cleaner or a dirty when the countryside? As for my views, where I was living in Lakshmi Nagar, where there was no dirty areas. It was always it was clean because that area is belong to the student area, so there was not much polluted here. But I have visited one place that was a Sahin Bagh because one of my friend who was living there. So I visited there. So I found there was a lot of garbage there and there, and it was much polluted. Yes, because our estates, our boomings was much dirty, and it was flowing the fuels like a floods. It was too difficult to walk in the streets. Apart from it, there was also one place that was West uh, New Delhi West. It was also a dirty place where it was splits the garbage here and there. It was too difficult to walk on the roads. That could be countryside is too dirty from. It just depends on the location to location. So like in some kinds, if I will go with the Noida sectors, in the Noida sector it is not polluted much. So it is depends on the sector to sector. Do you think many companies have been forced to reduce the pollution? As per my views, many companies are not forced to reduce the pollution because the governments are not giving pressurize to those companies who is building the more things, so they are not pressurizing to the company, so that is not a pressurize the company, so the company are getting more benefits, so they are not worrying about the pollution, why it is happening, and like that it was just they are getting the benefits of that things. So that can be reduced with the government's law, where the companies how they are producing the things or why it is polluting this pollution. If they are polluting that amounts, then they have to give plenty for that, so that can be reduced with slowly. Do you think the wind has many effects on a air in a pollution? As per my view, the or as per the scientist view, as per I know, or as per the scientist's thoughts, the winds are like when the winds are blowing in the air. So that was not a natural air because of the pollution. So if we will go up to the 80 feet in the upward side, then of course we will have the much fresh air, and that can be beneficial for our things, because in the 80 feet we do not have the much pollution, because that is due to the space it is in the downside, and the upper side it is a surface. Like when we are flying, when we are flying, or then we are watching like the fog area is after 80 feet or 90 feet when we are moving flying something like that, then we are watching like how the fog is that, and when we are moving then we are seeing that the clouds is so flowing, so on that area it is flowing like in the good years, so that area could be in the downside. So that is not happening due to the industrial sites where the pollution is happening. So this is all about the part two and part three. I have covered the both things, but it got long videos, so slowly it will cut it down. So thank you for watching this video.